Okay, so on this warm up, if you have not done the quadruped stretching warm up for at least 7 days, I do want you to complete that for 7 days to work on getting some new ranges of movement and things like that. Working on especially for neck, shoulders, low back, mid back, and hips. And that'll help you get some new ranges of movement as long as you're trying to push through those end ranges. Again, not to pain. We never want to push to pain, but we want you to push as far as you can comfortably. And again, that's going to get better as you go, get better each day, and get better each day, and so on and so forth. Now that we're having some time off, it's really a good idea to really reach for those sort of things instead of just continually beating the joints down. Most of us don't ever give the joints a break. We just kind of beat them up and beat them up. I've been just as guilty as anybody else. So over the last few years, I've gotten a lot better about making sure I'm keeping my joints healthy than ever before. But that's because I'm getting to be an old man, so there's that. Anyway, so with this one, this is the secondary warm-up. So this is the new warm-up after you've been doing the QP, the quadruped stretches for a bit. With this one, we're going to start off nice and tall, right? Coming from standing. What we're going to do is we're actually going to clench our fists. We're going to start tightening up our entire body, right? So I want you to tense every muscle, at least that you possibly can pay attention to, from your fingertips up through your forearms, into your biceps and triceps, and your shoulders, into your pecs. Tighten your abs, tighten your tush, tighten your quads, clench the floor with your feet, flex your calves just a little bit. From this position, this really strong, tight position, now we're going to start walking through our end ranges of movement, right? Now we're talking to the brain, right? Because we're clenching everything as hard as we can. The brain's thinking about this, the brain's thinking about this. So now we're going to dip our chin towards chest. We're going to turn like we're looking off to the side. We're going to lean back as far as we can get. Come back and forward. Scoop forward, up and back and down. We're going to go through that 4 times. Keep that tension, right? Never let go of the tension that you have in your muscles. After we've done that, now we're going to start on the back end. We go here. We're going to look all the way over, drop forward, back, over the side, down, and back, and so on. We have 4 of those. Now, we're going to release one hand. We're going to loosen that arm up. From here, my palm is down, or facing in. We're going to reach up nice and tall. We're going to reach the top end range. We're going to roll that hand back to internally rotate our humerus, right? Externally rotating the hand, internally rotating our humerus. We're going to roll back as far as we can get, still keeping the tension everywhere else. We're going to roll that down. We're going to then, again, flip at the bottom, roll them up again, and so on. We have 4 through that. Then we're going to go 4 the opposite direction. Roll them over here, up and around, rolling over and down 4 that direction. Trade sides, clench this side up, release this side. Whew, feels nice. Up and out. Rotating over, reaching, not letting my chest and mid back make that tension. We're gonna try and keep them facing straight forward. We're not gonna make up space with body English, right? After our 4, we're gonna clench our downside of here. Now, we're gonna move down to our rib cage. What we did with our head, we're gonna do with our rib cage. So we're gonna drop our chest forward, rolling our rib cage down. We're gonna turn off to that side. We're gonna roll it back, roll it down, turn it in, roll it back, and so on. Moving only the rib cage, right? I'll turn to the side so you guys can see that, right? So I'm drop forward, roll back, down, roll under, and back, and down, right? Then we're gonna do the opposite of that. Back, over, down, back, over, down. Cool. 4 times through that. Now while we're here, we're gonna tip our hips forward, roll them across, back, roll them across. Don't let go of that tension, right? Keep the tension on the glutes, keep the tension on the hamstrings, keep tension on the quads. Right? After those 4, we're gonna roll them backwards. Right? So now we've worked the pelvis and low back. So now, keeping that same tension, we're gonna raise one leg up. We're gonna try and externally rotate that. Internally rotating the humerus, or I'm sorry, femur. Back and around, back and in, tip, down, and so on. Cool? We're gonna go through 4 of those. Then switch sides. Again, don't let go of any of that tension, right? Roll, bring it on back, roll. Good. Right. Up and out. Four of those. Cool. Then shake them out. From there, you should be nice and sweaty. Everything should be lit up. You should almost feel kind of tingly. The hands may need get a little stretch. The wrist may need just a little stretch. After all that holding, everything else, kind of just shake it out. Then from there on, you'll be ready to rock.